crack on. So for those of you that don't know me, my name's Steph. I am one of the non-clinical L&D partners. So I work with Mark, who's on supporting me today, and we basically look after kind of all training non-clinical, so inductions, reception. We do a lot with like managers and with support centre as well. Now that you've met us as well, if there is ever anything going forward, then you know that you can reach out as well. So today we're just going to do, it's a nice, like not too long session. Hopefully it'll be like 30 to 40 minutes, interactive as well. So kind of like we'll ask you to turn your mics off or use the chat if you feel more comfortable. And what we're going to do is just give you some really, really simple, like frameworks, methods, you know, hints, tips, whatever you call it, for handling complaints. So today we're going to go through kind of the different kinds of complaints that you might hear or deal with within your practices, the SAS model. We're going to do a little bit of guided practice with that, and then we're going to talk about handling difficult situations and some extra little hints and tips for that, because it's not exactly the nicest part of your role, is it? So the session goals, by the end of the session, you will be able to stay calm when patients complain, respond with empathy and professionalism, and use the SAS model to resolve issues quickly. So first and foremost, why do complaints matter? Why are we here today? So, I mean, you guys know more than anyone, on reception, you are usually the first and the last person that the patient interacts with when they come into the practice. So that means that when something goes wrong, you are usually the one that they will go to and you will hear about it first. So what we're going to do is give you a really simple 3-step method to be able to deal with that. And with this method, I'm fully aware that sometimes there's things that you might not be able to deal with. You might still need to go and get your PM, get whoever the lead is. However, what we're really focusing on is those kind of small complaints that actually we could deal with quite quickly and ensure that that patient left happy, so they don't end up on the likes of, you know, Google reviews, etc., and escalating, when we actually could have just addressed it quite simply and quite quickly there. So what are the most common complaints you hear at reception? In fact, before we do that, sorry, I'm just going to ask you a quick question before we go into the detail of it. So I'm going to put a poll on the screen. I'm just going to, it should pop up, and then I just want you to have a think, and then from 1 to 5, how confident do you currently feel handling complaints from patients? So the first tick, number 1, will be not confident at all, and then 5 is like expert level confidence. You can deal with any complaint that comes with you, you're not phased at all. So if you should just be able to tick that and then tick submit. Can everyone see that?
No, we can't see it.
No, we haven't come through.
Let me try and launch again.
I can see it. Odd.
If you see in the chat, you might be able to see then it'll say view poll, so it does say 1 response on it.
Oh, let's have a look. Oh.
If you can't see it, it might be if you're on mobiles or so on, then just pop in the chat 1 to 4, so we can kind of still get that gauge. 1 to 5, sorry. So most people seem to be kind of in the middle, which is good. So you've got a good idea, but then hopefully today, then we can give you a few more hints and tips to get you up to a 4 or a 5. So tell me again, take your mics off, or feel free to use a chat if you're more comfortable. But what are the most common complaints that you hear at reception?
The dentist didn't do the scale polish properly.
Okay. Anything else?
The price.
What they just that it's expensive, or they weren't aware of it?
Expensive.
Oh, just mainly that it's expensive.
Yeah.
Dentist phoning in sick.
Dentist phoning sick.
Yeah. No appointments till 2 months.
Good.
We've got waiting times in the
Yeah.
chat as well from Lindsay. It's a good one. Let's have a look. We've got Sophie saying not received their phone call or voice message. Down to the phones. Very good, thank you.
Anything else?
No access on the day of emergency appointment. I imagine that would be a bit of an issue for people
Yeah.
for sure. Nice, thank you.
Brilliant. Loads of different examples there. So, you know, we've kind of collated a few, and you know, some of you kind of have mentioned some of these long wait times, appointment cancellations, like, you know, dentist calling sick, etc. Treatment cost confusion or price, insurance issues, paying after treatment, and that could relate to emergency appointments as well. So tell me, what do you think the benefits are for you guys as receptionists being better equipped to handle these complaints quickly, efficiently, with empathy? Take from the silence that we're all good.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so we're going to have a little practice. So a little bit less of my voice for a few minutes. So, missing a scenario. There we are. So we've got a few scenarios here. So what I want you to think about is, so we've got 3 scenarios of complaints. For anyone that can take themselves off mute, type in whichever you prefer. Probably better if you're happy shouting out. If a patient came up to you with this complaint, how would you respond using SAS? So sorry, ask, solve. So the first one, long wait. So a patient comes up to desk. I've been waiting for ages. This is absolutely ridiculous. Take a little second and then have a go.
I would apologise and look into why they were waiting so long.
Yeah. So what would you say?
So you'd say, I'm sorry for the wait. I know it's, I'm sorry for the wait. I know it's been a while. I will get onto this and speak to the dentist and find out what the holdup is.
Yeah.
Nice.
Brilliant. What about the cost complaint? So so someone's had a treatment, you've gone to charge them. No one told me it will cost this much.
I would go and speak to the dentist just to clarify that would be the cost.
So what would you say to the patient now?
Please take a seat and I will look into this for you and I won't be very long.
What's the first thing that you need to do using the SAS model?
So you apologise. Say, I'm sorry. You should have been told the cost before you were seen. I will talk to the dentist and double check that this is the right amount. But ultimately, we do have options for finance if this is a problem.
Brilliant. Well done. Really, really good.
Nice. Yeah, really good.
Then the final one, dentist running late, patient's in a rush, I need to leave soon, I can't wait any longer. Anyone want to have a go?
Say, well, I'm terribly sorry. Is that if we're running late or if the patient's running late?
You're running late. So, and the
So-
the patient's been waiting so long that they need to get back to work. They can't hang on any longer.
So say, I'm terribly sorry. I can see if we can, how long it's going to be, if it's going to be a few more minutes, if you can wait. If not, we can always reschedule for another time.
Really,
So
really
we got
Okay.
the same from Aisha in the chat as well. That apologise and maybe offer another appointment. So yeah, brilliant.
We will do the
Perfect.
same. We will do the same as well, yes.
Yeah, nice.
well done.
Cool. And similar from Sophie there as well. Apologise for the wait. You know, I can put you with someone else, so perhaps there's another clinician with a gap, and then if not, I can rebook. Perfect, Sophie. Love that.
Okay. So there's two more scenarios on here. Scenario 1, patient says, I've been waiting for 25 minutes. This is unacceptable. Poor response to deal with that would be, well, the dentist is busy. You're just going to have to wait. It's definitely not going to make the patient any happier, that is it. Then scenario 2, patient says, I'm only 10 minutes late. Why can't I be seen? The response is, you're late, so you've missed your appointment. That's it. So what I'd like you to do is choose either scenario 1 or scenario 2. Just take a minute or two and then just pop in the chat using sorry, ask, solve. What would the good response, what would the correct response for either scenario 1 or scenario 2 be? Take 2 or 3 minutes to do that.
We want one from everybody, so no pressure. Well, we need a bit of music, Steph, while we're just like letting
Wow.
everyone have a little bit of a think, right? That's what I normally do when it's face to face.
You might have to have a little sing, Mark.
I don't think anybody on this call needs to hear my dulcet tones try and sing. I mean, I can give it a go, but you know what I mean? Oh, Alex straight in there. So Alex
Okay.
has got, I'm sorry you've been waiting so long. I can find out how much longer you'll be waiting, or I can rebook you for another time if you have somewhere to be. Lovely. Lovely.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same. Just, I'm really sorry that you have been waiting for such a long time. I'll try and get an update from the dentist. Sometimes we can't help how late they run, so we can't predict these things. But if you can't wait, we can always try and rebook you for a day that works better for you.
Yeah, I'd say the same as well.
Nice, Paige. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, that's absolutely great. And again, we're sort of showing that kind of empathy, but we're not actually like blaming ourselves, but we're apologizing for how they're feeling. So I think that's a really key one. Now they're coming through thick and fast now. So we've got Sophie. So scenario 2. I'm sorry, I've spoken to your dentist, and unfortunately going to have to rebook you down to you missing your appointment, or you can wait and I can put you with someone else. So giving them options there. Okay, nice. Another one, unfortunately, appointments can overrun. It appears there is an emergency that has run over. I cannot give you an exact wait time, but you're more than welcome to wait. Or again, I can rebook you if you cannot wait. Nice.
Really good.
And Lauren in there, I'm very sorry for the inconvenience. Nice. I will double check with the dentist. Absolutely. And if not, you know, we can rebook for another time. I can help. Absolutely. Continue to apologize first and then follow SAS. Nice. And I think it's an important one to remember here with the questions. The issue might be quite straightforward, so it might just be a quick question that you might want to ask. It's a bit more of a complex one. You just might want to ask a few more of those kind of questions just to make sure that you've got it.
Yeah. Sometimes it could be simply clarifying You
Mhm.
know, someone said, I've been waiting for 25 minutes. I'm so sorry about that. You said it was 25 minutes, wasn't it? Yeah, brilliant. Okay, right. Let me go and speak to the dentist. Let me see how much longer it'll be and what I can do for you. You know, so sometimes that question is literally that clarification. But as Mark said, sometimes it might take a little bit more to get to the root of what the issue is for the patient.
That's it. It's just giving them the patient confidence in you that you're going to help. So it's sometimes they just want to have a bit of a vent and they just want to know that you're going to do what you say you're going to do. So, but yeah, again, we've got apology, empathy from Alex as well. Great. We've got I understand. Let me look into that for you and see how I can help you. I love that. See how I can help you because you want to help. Just making them understand that. Lovely. Great
Well,
answers today, by the way. Been great.
yeah, it's been brilliant. So at the beginning, we set our session goals. So by the end of the session, you will be able to stay calm when patients complain, respond with empathy and professionalism, and use the SAS model to resolve issues quickly. So I think from the answers that you've given us, I feel quite confident that you'll be able to go and put this into practice. And then I'm just going to launch another poll, and hopefully it'll work. If it doesn't work, then same as before, just pop the answers in the chat instead. So after the session's completed, now what's your confidence rating? The question's not come up for some reason, but do you not confidence at all for 1 to expert level confidence 5? How do you feel after completing this session today? Lots of 4s and 5s, loving this.
Mission complete. Love that.
There we are. Job well done.
Few responses coming through in the poll as well. Averaging about 4.6. Nice.
Excellent. So before we finish, has anyone got any questions at all for Mark and I? No. Well, if there is, then Mark and I will stay on for just a couple of more minutes if you want to ask any questions, speak to us about anything. But if not, guys, I will let you go and enjoy the remainder of your lunch break. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Yep. I have just popped a wee little survey, so if people want to fill that out after the session, that would be super helpful. Just before you go on your lunch, to a few moments. The link is in the chat. The QR code is on the screen there.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Excellent work. Do you want to stop the recording now, Steph?
Well.
Yeah.